The way we hit it, yo. What up, what up, what up, what up? I should have ate before the fuck I did this. Let me see, let's talk about it. You slide up in that joint, make sure you put some pressure on that like button. It's free, you know. If you ain't got no hands, use your elbow. You ain't got no elbow, use your nose. You ain't got a nose, I would have said use your tongue, but somebody might have got the wrong idea. You heard me? That ain't why I'm here. I just playing. I just playing. I want to let y'all know about some stuff. I just wanted to backpedal a little bit. I just wanted to backpedal a little bit. Wanted to go back to that last live. To that last live. I wanted to revisit that joint a little bit. You heard me? You know, because I had the same, I had a continuing conversation with the same person from the last time when we got into the whole thing about whether or not Alpo could have faked his death or them people could have faked his death or whatever. And I said, I want to see if he actually have a funeral, and I'm hearing that he's not having a funeral, and that just leaves the door open. You know, the whole thing leave the door open. You know, so who's to say, man? Hypothetically, and I'm just speaking in hypotheticals, and in pure hypotheticals. If that's a word, if it ain't a word, it's a word now because I just said it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I seen some things, and I said the last time I said They try to say, oh, the video when you supposedly heard the shots that killed him, you know, and I say that don't necessarily have to be the shots that actually supposed to kill him, because you don't know where that video came from. That could have been an old video. It ain't like you heard the shots and seen the car pulling off or whatever. Wasn't no car. There wasn't no car in that video. But it been a whole bunch of different stuff coming out with the dude that worked at the bank. He told had a bank account at or whatever. And they was hanging out and all this, and you know. But I did say when I seen the video that supposed so-called recorded the shots that killed him or whatever, I was saying to myself, man, why do you look familiar? You know what I mean? I was saying to myself, man, it look like I seen dude somewhere before. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You could look at it and try to figure out what I'm saying, because I ain't really saying it. You know what I mean? But anyway, but they said same dude say when Alpo supposedly moved out his house in Maine, and like a few days before this whole thing's supposed to happen, dude said that he told him to record record him pulling off with the U-Haul truck or something, because he was gonna put that footage in his autobiography. You know what I mean? I mean, what would that footage of you pulling off in a U-Haul truck signify? You know what I mean? What importance would there be to your autobiography? Would it mean would it be like a some kind of middle finger? You know what I mean? Like a middle finger to somebody, like you miss me. You ain't get. You know what I mean? You got to be quicker than that. You know what I mean? Well, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. But what I did see in that last live, I did see how anything that he was involved with, as far as a movie, book, documentary, you know what I mean? Last month's price is not this month's price. You know what I mean? And as you see, after I put that live out, yeah, a couple days later, what they say, Dame Dash is talking about making Paid in Full too. You know what I mean? What is it? The death of Alpo and the rebirth of Dame Dash. You know what I mean? Hey man, say man, I don't know. I'm just a, you know what I mean? I'm just a big old conspiracy theorist. You heard me? I don't know what's going on, man. I'm just here talking to a camera, Jack. I ain't got a clue. I don't know. What y'all think, man? A couple people, you know what I mean? Usually I put a video up, I get spanked, YouTube spanked me, but y'all kind of showed me, I got shown a little bit of love on that last live though. You know what I mean? So I guess some people probably had some type of thoughts or whatever that kind of coincided with what I was saying a little bit or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? But it's that, you know what I mean? But who knows? You know, stranger shit. Oh, good. Be trying not to cuss. I be trying to, you know what I mean? I be trying to work on my French. You know what I mean? On my reverse French. You know what I mean? You know, stranger things have happened. You know what I mean? You never know. You never know who you live next door to. You never know who your next door neighbor. might be. You know what I mean? Just like Alpo was in Maine and his neighbors ain't know who he was. You never know who living next door to you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Person living next door to you very possibly be a new birth. You know what I mean? A person with a new identity. You call them a new birth. You know what I mean? Who knows, man? Why don't you go knock on your next door neighbor's door and say, "Let me see all your papers. Let me see all your papers. I want to see baby pictures. I want to see baby pictures. I want to see your school pictures from when you was in the first, second, and third grade. What was your teacher's name while you was in the fifth grade? All that. You know what I mean? And if they don't punch you in your face, come back, come back to the comment section and let me know how it worked out for you. I'd like to know. But anyway, I also did the Witch Become. There'd be some strange stuff happening around in these YouTube streets, right? I'm gonna bounce, you know what I mean? I'm gonna bounce back and forth a little bit if y'all don't mind. You know what I mean? But even if you do mind, it don't matter because I'm gonna do it anyway. And more than likely, by the time you see this, it won't be live no more. So it don't matter. You know what I mean? But anyway, I put a video out about the whole Astro World thing. Like not too long after it happened, I hadn't seen nothing. I hadn't seen nothing on YouTube at the time. So I hurry up and put a little video together, whatever, blah blah blah, and uploaded the joint. And it was strange because as soon as I uploaded the joint, right? As soon as I uploaded it, it was ticking. It was popping. You know what I mean? Bang bang, it was hitting, right? And all of a sudden, the joint just disappeared. You know what I mean? The whole video just disappeared, right? So I'm like, what the hell going on? I ended up uploading the joint again, right? I ended up uploading it again, and and then of course, by the time I uploaded it again and it uploaded, I seen like two, three other pages had it up, right? So now my joint slow ticking, right? Because I don't got the subs that they do, right? And I was like, okay, you know what I mean? But it's all good. So I say, I just pop on the live. I just pop on the live and say the same thing. You know what I mean? The whole thing was kind of crazy because, you know what I mean? You heard people talking about demonic stuff and oh, he sacrificed people. And man, if you don't sit down, hey, about nine, I tell you what, you say something like that, sit down somewhere, no, don't even have 9 seats, have 666 seats. You know what I mean? Have 666 seats, man. You know what I mean? That man put on the show, man. That man put on the show, and he's basically a freaking rock star, man. So things just got out of hand. They tell you how people was in there, and it was a drug fueled. It was a you got a drug fueled uh, 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 crowd, basically. You know what I mean? It's a like festival setup. You already know people in there, and majority of them is high out of their mind. You know what I mean? And they was talking about how it was all packed in and it's hot and this, that, and the third, and people got unruly. Man, and it was just somebody just dropped the ball, man. The ball got dropped, and unfortunate stuff happened, man. But that man ain't responsible for that, man. The people that's responsible for it are the promoters. Ain't nobody responsible for none of that but the promoters, man. Because they're in charge of having all the security and uh, uh, EMS and all that in place. And obviously they wasn't prepared. And that's what led to the whole situation. But of course, the lawyers ain't saying it like that. The lawyer's gonna tap, you know what I mean, gonna tap his door first. You know what I mean? So eventually he's gonna have to come out of pocket. He's gonna come out of pocket. And something like that could very seriously, you know what I mean? Don't be surprised if that dude filed bankruptcy, man. Don't be surprised. I mean, big facts. And you talking about, you know what I mean? And like I said in the video, I send condolences. I send condolences to all the families of the people who passed and all that, and well wishes and prayers to those who was in the hospital, got injured and all that. But at the end of the day, I can't look at that man like what happened was his fault, man. Me myself, I can't. You know what I mean? Maybe other people see it different. I don't know. That's just me. You see it different. You see it different. It's a big old. It's a whole comment section sitting there. Put it there. I'll see it. I'll see it. And I talk back. You want a Tootsie Roll? Or maybe you just want to be heard. Tootsie Roll? Who don't want to be heard? Everybody want to be heard. Because if you're not heard, if you feel like you don't exist, and if you feel like you don't exist, if you feel like you don't exist, then you don't feel. See, I just got deep on y'all. See how deep I just got on y'all? I just got on my doctor philosophy type. You know what I mean? Go tell a friend. Go tell a friend to tell a friend. He getting deep over that motherfucker. Go get a ruler. Go get a ruler. No, you need a yardstick. That's how deep I'm going. You need a yardstick. A ruler ain't, you know what I mean? Can't measure how deep I'm going right now. You can come back later. You can come back later and say, yup, what he said on there, what he said on there, he said it. He said it. That's right. I said it. I said it. Just some crazy stuff though. I be tripping. Just watching the world continue to spin. You know, I got a question, right? And it ain't got nothing to do. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if people, if the average person actually get what I be doing or what it is I be trying to do. I try to create a space, right? I try to create a space, right? You know what I mean? Where anybody that's actually watching has the opportunity to dictate what the live is all about. Whereas though, when I say the viewer drives the live, only thing you got to do, genius, is put something in the comment section. And you have the ability to totally change the conversation. But other than that, you get what's in the crazy mind of Major, and that be me. And I'm just going to talk until I don't feel like talking no more. But I was going into something else. I just wanted to ask a question, right? You ever have people just constantly do stuff? Just say workplace, right? And I don't know where you work at. I don't know where you work at. Or maybe I do. So watch your step. You know what I mean? But no, I'm just joking. You know what I mean? But just say you have people on your job, right? That go out of their way, that just go out of their way to try to inconvenience you, right? And you the type of person that normally try to be, you know what I mean, just say mild mannered, you know what I mean? But when you know when what's the it's a saying. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. You know what I mean? That right there. You know what I mean? So if 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 somebody do something and they intentionally trying to get a reaction out of you, right? But then you don't give them that reaction, right? But then they just scurry. They scurry to try to get back in front of you. You know what I mean? To try to pull another reaction out of you, right? But then when they think they're not gonna, oh, they gonna just get to do whatever they want to do. But this time you give them something that, you know what I mean? You totally give them something that they was not expecting, right? Whereas though you leave them with a jaw on the floor, not literally, but you know what I mean? But actually, whereas though they can't do nothing but stand there with their mouth open, you know? But see, you don't do that all the time because when you allow somebody to bait you into a situation or act out of character, so to say, you know what I mean? You actually get the people what they want. Now, if somebody goes out their way to try to get a reaction out you and they don't get it, who looks stupid? Who looks more stupid? You know what I mean? You or the person that just did the stupid act? You know what I mean? They look more stupid, you know what I mean? Simply because they didn't get the reaction. And then they look just even more stupid when they try to do it all over again and you verbally when then and you verbally kick them in the ass. You know what I mean? When you verbally kick them in the ass. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And they can't do nothing. And they stand there like, you know what I mean? I had a situation like that. I had a situation like that, right? I had a situation like that. And I say, you know what I mean? So, I mean, where's though I got heated? Because like I say, I go out of my way to not, you know what I mean? To not be in conflict or whatever. Because I know, so when I had to give them that verbal kick in the ass, you know what I mean? I ended it with, now go send an email. Then I said, send an email. And when you send the email, send the camera footage. You know what I mean? Because that camera footage ain't going to lie. That camera footage is going to tell why I gave you that verbal kick in the ass. You know what I mean? When I could have gave you a literal kick in the ass. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. We talking about Poe. We supposed to be talking about Poe and Travis Scott. You know what I mean? I want to know what. You know what I mean? I want to know because I know I ain't the only person. I'm quite sure I'm not the only quote unquote conspiracy theorist out there that don't think that man did, man. I can't be. I know I'm not the only person that think they faked his death. I don't know what the motive would be behind it, but something tells me, and I don't know what it is, but something tells me that don't be. I could me myself. I could see the 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 movie coming out, right? I could see, you know what I mean. I could see him sitting at the movie premiere, man. Actually, on the red carpet. You know what I mean? In disguise or something. You know what I mean? Laughing at all y'all. You know what I mean? I mean, and this ain't no slight, and this ain't no slight to nobody that celebrated it. You know what I mean? I can understand. I can understand. I can understand those who chose to celebrate. You know what I mean? I can understand it, but me myself, from what I saw, you know what I mean? From what I was able to see, and I'm quite sure I saw the same things that y'all was able to see. You know what I mean? This, I have doubt. I have doubt. But who am I? I'm the same person that'll tell a person I seen a UFO. Well, now, I know I actually saw one, but y'all wasn't with me when it happened. You know what I mean? So what y'all think? What y'all think? How 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 much do y'all think that some people could have actually say, yo, you made the spot too hot. The spot is hot. You gotta go. And the thing that tripped me out is everybody, all these titles about Alpo being dead. Alpo got killed when Alpo been dead. If you actually think about it, Alpo been dead. You know what I mean? Simply because if he was in witness protection, you know what I mean, they changed his whole identity. You got new social security, birth certificate, all that, right? So, in the eyes of the government, Alberto Martinez no longer exists, right? You understand what I'm saying? So, if if that incident is actually valid, then that just means that Abraham Rodriguez got killed because in the eyes of the government, Alpo been gone. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, it just is. It is what it is. It is what it is. No slight to nobody or none of that. But I don't know, man. It's just the way I'm seeing things. Like I say, it's just me. It's just me. I'm just a big old conspiracy theorist. You know what I mean? I find I find something crazy in just about everything that I happen to look at. You know what I mean? If I look at you, I look at you and I probably find something crazy, you know what I mean, in your makeup. Even if it's the way you wear makeup. I don't, you know what I mean? It could be just your physical makeup. Let me stop playing with people. Somebody come looking for me and have a bad day. I was just bored. I said I was bored, so it was time for a therapy session. And that's what this is to me. It's therapy. And it's free. You know what I mean? You go to an office and see, I be so ready to just I cuss and all that so much. I be trying to, like I say, reverse French. You know what I mean? They be like, lay down on the chair and tell me what's on your mind. And then they charge you a grip. You know what I mean? For an hour. Let you run your mouth for an hour and charge you a grip. When, on the other hand, I could hook this camera up, right? And talk to that. And it costs me nothing. Well, I don't say it costs me nothing because I still gotta I gotta pay the I gotta pay the cell phone bill. So it's not totally free, but that's about it. And you can see I'm not paying no apps because you can see that big old duck face on the joint. You know what I mean? I'm not paying for to remove no watermarks or nothing. If you get that distracted by the duck face instead of actually listening to what it is I'm saying, then you got a problem. Dead serious. Well, I feel like he's just looking at me. The duck just looking at me. Why are you looking at me like that? You looking so crazy. He's making videos. You know, he didn't even take the watermark off the video. I'm not. I'm not. I'm really not. Because that means that you're really distracted. You're super easily distracted. I will tell y'all who that is in the background, but I'm not. And if you from B-More, then you probably already caught the voice and you already know who that was. Because it ain't too many people that actually sound like that dude. I mean, yeah, I'm tripping. You see me? But you pop in here, right? Didn't you say he ain't say nothing about you probably just dropped in here. I didn't already said something about Poe. I done said something about Trav. And I'ma probably say something else about him. But right now I want to say something about you. I want to say something about you real quick, right? Didn't your mother, or somebody ever tell you that it's not polite to just stare? Didn't your people ever tell you that it's not polite to just stare? If you stare at somebody, then you need to say something. You need to at least speak. So if you just sitting there and you staring, you know what I mean? You could at least say hi with a bunch of eyes, or hey with a bunch of Y's. That's Kanye. You know what I mean? That way. Motherfucker's crazy. I told y'all this therapy. This is my wreck. That's my wreck. Running my mouth in Tootsie Rolls. How can someone not make a good day out of talking to a phone and having Tootsie Rolls? How? Explain it to me. He ain't said nothing about Alpo. He ain't saying nothing about Travis. He just rambling. He talking crazy. Well, I'll say it again. I don't think Brother Johnny, what's up, Brother Johnny Legs? That's my Australian brother. It's my Australian brother. How my nephews, man? My nephew's good. Yeah, but see, I explain the whole thing again. You take Alpo situation. You already know, bro. I'm good over here. You heard? Yeah, yeah. That Alpo situation. That's I don't know. They say he took what was it, 5, 6 shots? Everybody could see the circumference of the shots in the window. That didn't look like no regular random shooting or whatever. Well, I ain't gonna say it was random. You know what I mean? That looked like some marksman type deal, but whatever. You know what I mean? But then when they come with the video and they pulling them out the car, I ain't even buying that. You know what I mean? The last picture you saw, Alpo had on a black shirt, right? He had a black shirt on. That dude had on a white shirt. And you didn't see not one drop of blood. You didn't see one drop of blood, right? And they say he took. Oh, you say you don't know nothing about it? You ain't heard nothing about this? Let me fill you in, brother Johnny. Let me fill you in, brother Johnny. Let me fill you in, right? This is a real interesting story, right? This guy, right? Is named Alpo, right? Big drug dealer from back in the day, right? From the 80s, right? Long story short, he ended up killing his best friend, right? Ended up killing his best friend. Well, his best friend, little brother, got kidnapped, right? Now, and he ended up getting a bunch of bricks, right? To try to get his brother back. He ended up killing his best friend, taking the bricks, you know what I mean, skating out, going to DC, right? Now, they made a movie about this, right? And while he was in DC, he was involved in all these murders and all that, right? Long story short, feds catch him, feds catch him, and he ends up copping out to 14 murders, right? Gets sentenced to what, 30, 35 years in the feds, but he told on a bunch of people, right? So he ended up coming, they released him in 2015, right? Changed his identity and all that, right? Stuck him in witness protection. Excuse me. Stuck him in witness protection, right? But he eventually started popping back up in New York, right? And no, he got killed. He got killed recent. He got killed. He just got killed. Halloween just passed, right? All of a sudden, they say, yeah. So they say that he got shot and this, that, and the third, right? But they had this footage of where his car was supposed to crash and this, that, and the third, and you see a video where they supposedly pull him out the car, and and the police pull him out and start pumping on his chest, right? They don't bag him, putting no air into his lungs, just pumping on his chest, right? No blood, no blood, right? But he's supposed to took at least one shot to the face, at least one shot to the face. White shirt, no blood on it, right? But before this happened, he up and moved out of the spot that they put him in, the witness relocation spot that he was staying in. He pulled a U-Haul up to that joint like a couple days before this happened, load all this stuff up into the truck and move, right? And tell one of the guys that he had befriended there, oh, record me pulling off in the U-Haul truck because I'm gonna put this in my autobiography, right? I mean, it's me myself. I think he made the spot hot, and them peoples told him, look, somebody get ready to do something to you. We gonna have to relocate you again. And they fake this shit. You know what I mean? I think they fake this shit and, you know what I mean, make them think that he got popped. That's my theory. You know what I mean? You get a minute, pull up YouTube Alpo. You get a minute, you get a little bit of time, YouTube Alpo, and you can, you know what I mean, and you can actually get the whole story, you know what I mean, instead of the abbreviated version I just gave you. But this the crazy, yeah, yeah. They done made a movie behind this guy before, but since he was out, he started working on like selling a movie of his life and a documentary book and all this shit. He had all this stuff in the works, right? So could you imagine with him supposedly being killed like that? You can imagine the price on these the movie, documentary, and the book. You know what I mean? All that just went up. You know what I mean? All the price on everything just went up. And then they say, and then they say when he was running from after this person shot him, while he was running, he was throwing he was throwing bags of heroin out the window of the car. You know what I mean? He was throwing bags of heroin out, out the window out the window of the car while he was on his way. Come on, man, this shit. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know, Jack. I say you gotta watch this. You gotta pull it up for yourself, man. This shit is straight out of this is straight out of a movie studio, Jack. I mean, I couldn't have wrote it no better myself. Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what you're gonna find because when you sit with it and actually see his history, he got a wild story, man. He got a real wild story, man. I mean, I gotta say, that just go. I say earlier, that just goes to show you, you don't never know. The neighbors talking about they went to they found a spot where he would where they had relocated him at, and went and talked to the neighbors, and the neighbors was like, "Oh, he was the nicest guy." It was like, whoa, what's up, Quinn? That's what's up. Yeah, it was like he's the nicest. He was the nicest guy. You know what I mean? He helped us when my husband broke his leg. He helped us cook dinner and you know what I mean? You got a freaking serial. He's a freaking serial killer. You know what I mean? He was playing the role. You know what I mean? He's playing a role. I mean that's what he was supposed to do. You know what I mean? I say that's just never know. You never know, man. You never know who might be next door. You know what I mean? You never know who the hell you living next door to. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, not unless you go over there and bang on the door. Then you could always go over there and bang on the door and tell your neighbor, I want to see all your credentials. I want to see every last one of your credentials. I want your social. I want your birth certificate. I wanna know the name of your first, third, and second grade teacher. I want school pictures. Shit bugged out, man. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Like I said, you never know who next door. Only thing you can do is just be prepared for them. Just be prepared for them. You know what I mean? Keep your eyes open. Say, who who is them guys out there in that truck watching? Who's, who them guys out there in that truck watching? Shit. Only thing I say, only thing I say, if he's still around, I just hope he don't come to be more. Go to Arizona, bro. Go to Arizona somewhere. You know what I mean? We got enough stuff going on around here. We don't need that, dog. That's real. Fuck me up. I ain't even know. I was having to be watching. Who was it? The guy Cavario, and he was talking about how Poe used to be down here back in the day. He used to play around down here back in the day, and how he used to go to one of the clubs, one of the lit clubs back in the day. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I was like, well, damn, I ain't know he was. But I should have figured it out because if he was messing around in DC, shit, that ain't nothing but fucking 30-minute drive. If he was playing in DC, I'm quite sure he was playing down here. I'm just glad we ain't never had no interactions. mm, stay away. I don't know. It been a bunch of them down here though. Yeah, 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 Johnny. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, he told. He said he told on all the killers. He told on all the killers in DC. You know what I mean? And got his time cut. Let's say when I get out, I'm gonna still be the king of Harlem. Hey man, say man, shit, I don't know. He was living his best life. He might still be. You know what I mean? I can't tell you. Like they say, ain't no funeral. You know what I mean? We'll see. Yeah, what they say. No face, no case. I don't know. But I would just lose my. I would lose my mind, man. I probably would laugh so hard, and this ain't got nothing to do. And I want to say this first and foremost. This ain't intended to be disrespectful to none of the families of the victims or nothing like that. But it's just the folklore that's surrounding the whole death or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just saying from what I'm seeing, man. I say it wouldn't surprise me, man. It wouldn't surprise me none. And he got the type of ego, and he got the type of ego that if they did fake his death, I could see him actually popping back out. I could see him actually popping back out again, like, nigga, I'm not dead. Yeah, yeah, that was the whole. What was the purpose of them putting him in witness protection? You know what I mean? That witness protection is so called hiding you, right? But if you start to violate the rules, if you starting to violate the rules and you popping out, you know what I mean? Who's like I said before, who's to say he could have been still working for them people? like they say, a lot of time they say once you on paper, they'll pop back up on you. They'll pop back up on you like you got any information? Who the fuck knows? I don't know. You know what I mean? If they can make you disappear once, they can't make you disappear again. Shit. David Copperfield ain't the only magician. You know what I mean? They say the government, they say the US government is the number one, is the number one magician. That's what I say. Ain't no telling, man. That's what I say. I say it'll come out. It will come out. You know what I mean? Now, for a few months from now, you start seeing all these indictments popping up, you know what I mean, with people that was still associating themselves with them, you know what I mean? Then you already know, you know what I mean? And they go to court and they be like, oh, we got testimony from him, you know what I mean? Or you got testimony from him, but he's supposed to be a ghost. Or we got pre-recorded testimony just in case, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. JFK information. JFK was a mistake, man. JFK was a mistake, man. One of them idiots on the back of the freaking car dropped his weapon and that shit went off and blew his fucking top off, man. Now I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna say that somebody else didn't fire shots. Somebody else did fire shots, but not the one that popped him in the head, though. Yeah, that was motherfucker. That was Secret Service. You know what I mean? Freaking gun went off. I don't know if the motherfucker panicked. You know what I mean? Some kind of way, the Secret Service that was riding on the back or behind the fucking car, riding on the back of the car, whatever. His shit went off and popped him in the head, man. I forgot. I saw that. I saw it on something. If you ever seen the movie or whatever, and they was like, the they came in there when his body was in there dead or whatever, and they came and supposed to switch the rounds, made the doctors switch the rounds and shit. Say that the rounds that killed him came from a different gun. They took the shell, they took the rounds that came out of his body and say, yeah, they said it was a whole bunch of funny shit going on. Yeah, I joke and play. I joke and play. But I'm scared of them motherfuckers. They probably the only motherfuckers I am scared of. Yeah, man. You see all the type of stuff, the stuff they hide. They hide information to tell you that you ain't just see what you just saw. Oh no, you ain't see that. You ain't see that shit. 1,000 people see the same thing. Hell no, that ain't what y'all saw. You ain't see that. What you talking about? That ain't what you saw. You gonna tell me what I saw, but you wasn't even here. You wasn't even here when I saw it. Okay. That's how they get down, man. That's exactly how they get down, man. Putting on productions. Putting on productions, man. Yeah, I don't mess with them people, man. They're serious, man. I'm scared of them people, man. Fuck around, go to sleep in your bed and find yourself floating around out, wake up in outer space somewhere, floating around. You're like, damn, you be in your bed all cozy and shit. Next thing you know, next thing you know, you know what I mean, you feel yourself getting cold as a motherfucker. You're like, damn, why it get so cold? You open your eyes, your ass out in the middle of space, some motherfucker where they done came in your house, kidnapped you and shit, and shot your ass into space. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke with the government. I don't want no smoke with them. Nada. Yeah, did you see that? Oh yeah, well you was in tune with it a little bit because you was on the video. You comment on the video with that the whole Travis Scott joint. See, he should have he I didn't even watch. He say he came on there and did a little apology, went on Instagram and tried to apologize and all that. He should have just shut up. You know what I mean? He should have just shut up. He shouldn't have came on there and said nothing. 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 He should have just let his representatives make a statement. You know what I mean? Representatives should have made a statement for him. But personally, he shouldn't have said anything. Just be quiet. You know what I mean? Because I don't, me myself, as messed up as the whole, like I say, the mess up as the whole incident was, I can't fault him. I can't fault him and say that it's his fault. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean? That man at the end of the day, he an artist. You know what I mean? He an artist. And anybody that been to a actual concert, you can imagine how loud it is, right? It's super loud. So somebody's in a crowd and they saying, cut the show, stop the show, stop the show. You can't hear with nobody. You know what I mean? You're not going to hear nobody what they saying. You know what I mean? You're not going to hear that. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, like I say, he an artist. But the promoters, that's all on the promoters, man. When they do a show like that, the promoter's supposed to handle everything. Security, you know what I mean? They supposed to have make sure they got emergency personnel, all that. That's on the promoter. You know what I mean? But of course, you know what I mean, when them lawsuits start flying, they shooting for the artist first. You know what I mean? Because that's where the biggest bag at. And and me myself, I can't and not and I ain't saying it in a way that try to make nobody feel bad or nothing like that. But I think they said something about this a 8-year old that's fighting for their life and said one of the people that passed away was 14. Now you already know this most of the rappers and music artists and stuff like that from that genre, their concerts are going to be the type of music he made, it's gonna be a high drug. It's gonna be right. Like I said, he shouldn't have said nothing. You know what I mean? It's gonna be drug fueled. So I don't think that was a place for an 8 year old or 14-year old. I don't think it should have been nobody. Me myself personally, I don't think it should have been nobody in there under 18 years old. That's what I think personally. You know what I mean? But I'm quite sure that a 14-year-old wasn't in there by themselves. I would hope not, but I'm quite sure the 8-year-old wasn't in there by themselves, and stuff just happened. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't. I don't feel like they should have been there at all. You know what I mean? Not in that type of. You know what I mean? Now, if it was a seated event where people had seats, then maybe. But a festival type environment, and you know it ain't. That go without saying. If you don't have assigned seats, and it's just a festival, people is gonna rush to. You know what I mean? Everybody gonna be vying for a closer to get closer to the stage, and then oh man, I don't. You know what I mean? I think they said the 14-year-old died. I think the youngest person that passed away was 14. I think they said the 8-year-old. I think they said the 8-year-old was still in the hospital, and they said they just had. I mean, it was. I be keep hearing all types of weird stuff, man. But they was saying that was going on there, whatever. They was saying, say one of the security officers got stuck with a needle, like it was somebody just running around there. You know what I mean? Sticking people with freaking needle. You know what I mean? They said they had to get a the security guy. They had to give him Narcan or something to bring him back. You know what I mean? But they said it was a whole bunch of people. You know what I mean? That was just going out. You know what I mean? That was just going the fuck out. So don't nobody know until until they get some goddamn cause of death and shit like that. Yeah, I don't know, man. I said it's crazy. Yeah, it was. I mean, it's a festival, so you already know. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like that's why I said it wasn't no place for me myself. I don't think it was. It was no place for anybody that was under the age of 18. That way, you got people that are responsible for themselves, man. You know what I mean? Because that goes with it. You know what I mean? That goes with it. So you know what I mean? I mean, you got artists that talk about freaking drugs and they songs and stuff like that. You're gonna, of course, you're gonna have that element. That element, you know what I mean? Simply because that's what person is listening to. That they probably attracted to the music by what they hear. But like I say, if you 18 or over, whatever, then so be it. You basically adult. So you can do whatever the hell you want to do. You know what I mean? Man, but I just right, and that was the whole thing. Like I say, not like I say again, that's on the promoter. That's on the promoter. There's no way where kids should have been allowed on the floor. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing in a nutshell. But I guarantee you, you won't see a show like that again no time soon. Whereas though you would have that many people, I mean, in a festival setting, or whereas though it would be, if you do, it's going to be so much security there. You know what I mean? And they gonna be actually set up to actually handle anything. The anything that'll pop off, they're gonna be able to handle it. Yeah, man, I was tripping. I don't know if you heard me when I said it or not. The crazy thing is, when I woke up that morning, right? I woke up early that morning and I saw the whole thing on the news, right? And when I saw it on the news, I started strolling through YouTube, like to the like average YouTuber page or whatever. And I didn't see the story on none of the actual regular YouTubers pages, right? So I say, I'm gonna jump on this. I'm gonna do a video real quick and put it up. So I did the video. I did the video, and I put it up. Now, when I uploaded it the first time, like I said, it was jumping. Right? It was jumping. The video was jumping, but all of a sudden, out of nowhere, my video get deleted. Right? My video get deleted. Right? And I'm like, well, what the hell happened? Right? Whole video gone. Right? So I had to re-upload it and do everything all over again. Now, by the time I re-uploaded, it's like I see like 3 or 4 other YouTube pages now. It's starting to hit. It's starting to hit everybody page, all the big people pages, right? So of course, by the time I re-uploaded it, now I'm not getting that traffic. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, this is some funny shit. I said, the people, that shit crazy, man. I guess I talk about too much different stuff. You know what I mean? Because I don't talk about one specific, you know what I mean, thing. Whereas though I can't be put in a box. You know what I mean? They like most people that get a large following or whatever. They stick to one specific thing. So you know what I mean? Somebody looking for them, they get the same thing. I cannot be a robot. I cannot be a freaking robot. You know what I mean? I can't do the same thing every day. You know what I mean? I can't do the same thing every day. No, the same one that's up there now, the same one that's up there now. When I first uploaded it, that's the same one. But when I uploaded it the first time, it was up, and I kept hearing bing bing. You know what I mean? It was getting views. Then the next thing I know, it wasn't there. It got deleted, right? Because I put when I put a joint up, I stick it on my Facebook page too. So when I was on Facebook and I looked on my joint, right? You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, damn. I mean, how y'all gonna stop me from getting? You know what I mean? I'm like, this is a big old motherfucking conspiracy. And then it tripped me out. I had another video. They be stealing views and shit. I see the video 1 minute and the shit say one thing, then I go back on my page later and it's like 2 views missing. I'm like, well, how the fuck was it? How the fuck is it 2 views missing? You know what I mean? I'm like, that shit crazy, man. I don't know, man. But like I say, I think it's, you know what I mean? But somebody told me that they don't, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times I tend to, you know, say shit sometimes. I like to try to impart a message and shit. And they really don't like that because that type of shit don't sell. You know what I mean? That don't sell if it ain't drama. You know what I mean? They like drama. If it ain't drama or some funny type, something where you basically clowning and you know what I mean, they look, oh, that's not what they call it. That's not advertised friendly. You know what I mean? So how is a positive message not advertised friendly? You know what I mean? It's just because it won't, you know what I mean? It just doesn't get as many views as somebody recording somebody, you know what I mean, in a bad light, or you know what I mean, something tragic, or I don't know. I just say this the whole therapy thing, man. Just like free therapy. You know what I mean? This is my therapy session. You know, it don't cost nothing. It don't cost me nothing. I ain't got to worry about talking to a doctor that ain't paying me no mind anyway. You know what I mean? Oh, really? When you doctor say, "What's so you mind?" and let you lay on his nice leather couch for an hour. I mean, let you lay on this nice leather couch for an hour and only charge you like 200 and some change each session. You got to lay on a nice leather couch for $250. You know what I mean? This one free. I can come over here and talk all the smack I want to. You know what I mean? Shit that I might have wanted to say. You know what I mean? Shit that I might have wanted to say to somebody during the day. You know what I mean? That probably would have turned into something else. You know what I mean? And prevented me from being right here, right now. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll open up a school or something. I hear you. I got trapped in my head for a second. I said I'm gonna open up a school. You know what I mean, cause I be thinking about shit like that. You know what I mean, that's the reason. You know, cause I deal with a lot of people during my day. I deal with a lot of people who are quote unquote supposedly real book smart, but I come to realize that most people who are actually supposed to be, yeah, it's a 100. Hold on. I mean, and yeah, like I said, people supposed to be book smart, but you know, most people that are supposed to be book smart have the least common sense, right? I don't know if you ever noticed that. You know what I mean? And will just do the dumbest things. You know what I mean? That whereas though a person, the average person would know better. You know what I mean? But it's like they've been so entrenched in, you know what I mean, getting all that information from a book that they just missed out on everything that's common sense. You know what I mean? So during the day, you know what I mean, those two things clash. You know what I mean? Book smarts and common sense, because you can't get, well, you can't get common sense from a book. You know what I mean? I've never seen a book that teaches you common sense. You understand what I'm saying? You can't get common sense from a book, man. You know what I mean? Because I'm still trying to figure out. I mean, I be around people every day that don't have the common sense to not walk in front of moving objects. You know what I mean? Why would you? I mean, I don't get it, and I never will. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm thinking about, I mean, I could open up a school for common sense. You know what I mean? And I probably could charge a grip. You know what I mean? Get, you know what I mean? And get the people that exactly, exactly, exactly. And that's what I say. Either, even if I could open up a school for common sense, or I can get into the get into chiropractic. You know what I mean? Get into the chiropractic business. Become a chiropractor. Because everybody fucking, nobody has fucking, we're going backwards. We're going backwards because everybody fucking spine is going to be fucked up in the next fucking 20 years. Nobody is going to have, nobody's going to have correct posture in the next fucking 20 years. Because everybody's face is always, like, just like you say, everybody's face is always down in their fucking phone. And how did you walk? I mean, walking, walking, walking with, you know what I mean? I I don't get it, man. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something real funny, right? I had a car accident, right? I had a car accident, right? So you know the whole therapy thing is, you know, what I mean, you know how you go through the therapy thing, and unless you've been in the hospital and you broke some, actually broke some shit up. Oh, you, they want to give you the heat, you know what I mean? They want to do the heat treatment and put the electrodes on your body and shit like that for a half an hour. And but anyway, right now, my spine is fucked up already, right? Just fucked up, right? So I got scoliosis, and then my spine fucked up from me trying to offset the fact that I got that rod in my leg for years and shit. And my shit bent to the side a little bit and shit. Now I felt so insulted, right? I felt so insulted when I was going to the therapy place, right? And this so-called doctor was gonna say, after they give me the heat treatment and the electrode shit, right? She say, well, give me a second. Let me I gotta align your spine, right? So I'm looking like, fuck you mean you gonna align my spine? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I swear to God, you. I don't know if you ever seen a hole puncher, like something that you punch hole the paper with the paper, the hole puncher. Well, she had something that looked like that, right? It looked like a fucking hole puncher, right? But when she squeezed it, the little rubber, a little rubber part, it taps your back, right? It every time she squeezes it, a little rubber thing just pokes you. And it feels like somebody just poking you in your back with their finger, right? Feel like motherfucker poking you in your back with their finger, right? And she said that she says she's aligning my spine, right? And she did this like, and I was saying to myself, I wonder how much they're gonna put on the bill, you know what I mean, for this shit. You know what I mean? How much is she gonna say that she charged to align my spine with a hole puncher, right? A hole puncher with a piece of rubber on it, right? But I felt insulted. It was the last time I went, and I went for the last visit that I was gonna do, right? And she was like, "Oh well, this since it's the last time you're gonna come, let me line your spine one more time." So I was like, so I say, "Oh, you're gonna align my spine with a hole puncher, huh?" Right? And she just gave me the nastiest look, right? Like, you know what I mean? What the fuck you just say? You know what I mean? This is the only way I'm gonna stand up straight again is if a motherfucker do surgery on me. You know what I mean? And put some metal shit on my spine, actually on my spine. But you wanna say, let me align your spine, let me poke you. I said, why use the hole puncher? Just poke me in the damn back. Shit. People crazy, man. Everybody, but I say everybody gotta hustle. You know what I mean? Everybody gotta hustle. And I say, shit, maybe it ain't cost me. You know what I mean? It ain't cost me. It cost the insurance company. So I guess it just upped the little bit of money. I just say that's the type of shit that it's so many scams, man. There's so many scams in every goddamn thing. It's a scam in everything. The motherfucker will sell you bullshit and call it peach tea. You know what I mean? And that's factual. That is factual. Yeah, man. I remember when you say y'all not on lockdown no more. I remember when you told me that y'all was on lockdown and you told me to look it up. I looked it up. After I got off the joint, I looked it up. They was out there going ham. They was out there going ham. They wasn't playing no games. Yeah. I said if they wouldn't have started acting like that, y'all probably wouldn't be off lockdown right now. Sometimes you gotta act ham. Gotta go ham. A word. Yeah, I saw that video. I was like, damn, like, you ain't seen shit yet. You wait till the Mr. Agent Orange. Mr. Agent Orange about to get him a second term. Yeah, he about to get a second term. Know what I mean? 'Cause Biden got in there, and Biden cut the money train. You know what I mean? Everybody got used to sitting home getting that free money. You know what I mean? He's not gonna get a second. He's not gonna get a second. You know what I mean? He's not gonna get a second term, and Trump gonna get that second term. So yeah, it's gonna get real wild over here. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's wow. They ain't get that tight over here yet. Where you still gotta have masks and all that to get in the market, but you ain't gotta show no. You ain't, yeah, but it's still going on though. I just found out the other day, somebody, I mean, that I know, I mean, somebody told me, somebody I know, I mean, tell me that somebody I know got that shit, man. Say he fucked up. Yeah, it's crazy. And the thing about it, they hiding so much stuff, man. They just hiding so much stuff, and they not being totally truthful with people, man. That, you know what I mean. It make you not want to believe them, even if you want to believe them. I don't know. I know I didn't had two of them already. I ain't. They talking about boosters and all that. I ain't too sure about that. Especially after they say people that been fully vaccinated, and they still getting it. You know what I mean? Now, that don't make sense. You know what I mean? You get vaccinated for something, that means that you're not supposed to get it. You know what I mean? You know, like I say, I'm gonna tell you my theory, right? See, I'm a big old conspiracy nut, right? I'm gonna tell you my theory, right? And you get a second. You get a second. Check it out, right? Now, when the whole thing popped off, right? It started like in the end of 2019, right? Is when they started first getting cases, right? So check this out. Look up NASA space plane, right? Now, NASA had this space plane, right? That they supposedly sent up. They didn't even actually say when they actually sent it up, right? They just say that it came back, right? It came back. like the end of 2019, right? And I happened to see it. I happened to see it, and I thought it was an actual space shuttle. I thought it was an actual space shuttle, and I was confused because I was like, right, at NASA space plane. It looked like the space shuttle, right? And I was like, I thought they decommissioned all the space shuttles, right? And then I pulled the joint up and was listening to it, and they was like, space plane, da da da. They said that this space plane was orbiting Earth for 2 years, right? For 2 whole years, right? This is what they say. They say this Earth, this plane, this space plane was it's an unmanned plane, unmanned space plane, and say it was orbiting the Earth for 2 years, right? Now, when that plane came back, when it came back here, the same month is when they started getting cases of that virus, right? They brought the plane back and they sent it right back up. They sent it right back. I don't even think it was 2 months, and they sent it right back. Now, all that time, I never even heard of it even ever going up, right? They never said what exactly it was up there doing for 2 years. Now, you have people that actually astrologers and stuff that people that just stare at the freaking sky. You know what I mean? That's what they do. Now, if something was orbiting the earth for 2 years, right? Don't you think somebody would have saw it? Somebody would have probably saw it. You know what I mean? I'm saying bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm saying bullshit. I'm saying that I'm think me myself, Mr. Big old conspiracy nut, right? I think they sent that shit somewhere. I think they sent it some fucking where. And when that shit came back, when that motherfucker came back, I think it brought that shit back with it. Know what I mean? They say that it would only take 6 months to actually travel to Mars, right? They say when they send something to Mars, it takes 6 months to get to Mars. Now, 2 years, 2 whole fucking years, right? You could have been to Mars and back and made a second trip and been back. So it ain't no telling where the fuck they sent that shit at. You know what I mean? Ain't no telling where they sent that shit at and what it fucking brought back. You know what I mean? But they make up shit and say, oh, it came from this, it came from that. You know what I mean? It came from a laboratory first. Oh, they killed me. They killed me when they said that the shit came from the hindquarters of bats. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, come on, man. That yeah, motherfuckers eating fucking hindquarters of bats. Then it went from that to it was made in a laboratory. But just to tell somebody this fucking virus that's fucking everybody up came from somebody eating some bat ass. You know what I mean? Somebody ate some bad bat ass, and you know what I mean? And now we all fucked up. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Let's see. And then everybody thought, I don't know if you remember when Trump became president, right? They clowned him, right? Because he said he wanted to create a fifth part of the armed forces, right? Now you got the Army, Marines, what is it? The Army, fucking Marines, fuckers the National Guard. Well, there's four fucking branches of the military, right? He said he wanted to fucking start a fifth. The space, what is the space guard or some shit like that. But anyway, when he said the shit, that motherfucker, they laughed at him and shit and joked it off and shit. Oh, you crazy? You want to put a He want to militarize space. Da, da, da. Look that shit up. Look it up. Space Force. Space Force. Space Force. He said he wanted to create Space Force, right? And they told him, "Oh, the president turned into a space cadet." And they joked and shit like that. Look that shit up. You know what I mean? They laughed it off and shit like that. But them motherfuckers actually, that shit is real. Well, hey, that's probably where the space plane is on his way. You know what I mean? That's where that motherfucker probably on his way to right now. That motherfucker probably on his way there right now. Cause like I said, it didn't stay down here long. And they sent that motherfucker right back up out of here. Yeah, I heard they got the I heard they got some shit. That might have been what the fuck I saw. I don't know. They got all types of shit that we don't know about. But what I saw, that motherfucker ain't had no lights on it. Not unless they just had the motherfuckers turned off on some stealth shit. And that motherfucker flew over top of my motherfucking car on some real shit. And I say on everything I love, my look, wifey play that shit off like she ain't see the shit, right? Nah, I'm talking about I was taking her to work one morning and it's still dark outside, right? And we on the highway, right? Yeah, facts. And we on the highway, right? And we driving and shit. And see, I was always saying I didn't seen shit before, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? So motherfuckers always be laughing and shit when I say something about UFO shit, right? And we driving, and this big ass shit just flew right over top of us, right? Right over top of the fucking car. I mean, you could see it coming, and the shit went right over top of the fucking car, right? And I didn't open my fucking mouth, right? I did not open my mouth, right? I said, because I don't even want a motherfucker. I said it's early in the morning, and I don't want a motherfucker to say, you tripping. You know what I mean? I ain't say nothing. She the one that said it. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that shit? Did you see that shit? Right? And I was like, oh, you saw it too? She was like, that was a big ass bird. I was like, no, this is her exact words, right? What the fuck was that must have been a big ass dinosaur bird, right? She said a big ass dinosaur bird, right? Man, I say, look, man, that shit, that shit scared the shit out of me. When I say that shit scared the shit out of me, when I dropped her off at work, I did not take the highway back home. I took the long fucking way because I wasn't getting back on that fucking highway. And I didn't come back home until the fucking sun came up. I waited. I went to fucking 7-Eleven and I waited till the sun fucking came up like a fucking half an hour, almost an hour later before I fucking came back home. I wasn't getting back on that highway. You know what I mean? Because I know goddamn well. No, see, no, I ain't buying that, bro. I ain't buying it. That is all just just that's just all the technology from here, bro. I'm gonna tell you something, right? See, I don't know if you're familiar with Roswell, right? And what was that, 1947? I think it was 1947, if I am mistaken. When they say, you know what I mean? Yeah, when they say, yeah, you know what I mean? No, because see, they hide certain shit, man. They said they had Roswell, you know what I mean? Where they got the big ass Area 51 at now. They say in 1947, you know what I mean? They had a fucking spaceship crash there, you know what I mean? And the military went there and hid and cordoned all that shit off, and you know what I mean, and hid certain shit. But now they made a whole fucking base there where you can't even drive up so close on the fucking base without getting your shit blown off. You know what I mean? But after that, I say, and they sit there and they reverse engineer shit. They reverse engineered every fucking thing that they found on that motherfucker, man. That's why you see a lot of the shit that they make now, the planes and shit, look like fucking UFOs and shit. Now they hollering they got, yeah, they said that motherfucker used to work there, but they try to say that he didn't. Right? He said he actually worked in Area 51, but they will tell you that he didn't. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna tell you, you wanna know, see, and they look at us as being so fucking ignorant, right? They look at the people as being so ignorant and gullible that we believe anything that they tell us, right? That they'll go to the lengths of putting shit in an actual movie, right? Saying put it in a movie and let's see how susceptible they are to it, and then actually give it to them. You know what I mean? How many times you seen a movie and seen certain technology, I mean, in a movie, right? That just looks so far out and shit, like, damn, that shit look crazy. But then 5 years later, they got the actual shit. You know what I mean? They got the real shit. You using the real shit. I mean, you got shit now. When you look at your damn cell phone, you can actually touch the screen of your cell phone. You know what I mean? And move shit around on the screen. You know what I mean? Right. Right, man. I mean, you got to be. I mean, if somebody actually would be, hey man, hey, that's I just I just saw that of the what you call, they held your joint, they held your fucking comment. That's why when you say you say they'll beam your car, to beam your whole car up, to stick a probe up you. That's why I took the long way back home, bro. I wasn't taking no chances, right? I wasn't taking no chances, man. Let's see. I saw him earlier. He was fine. I saw him earlier. He was fine. Come back 40 years later. Come back 40 years later. The same clothes on and shit. You looking crazy. Like, what the fuck? I don't fuck around, bro. I ain't fucking around. I'm dead ass serious, man. I mean, come on. You got, listen, you got, yo, you got this, you got, you got big ass universe, right? You got big ass universe. You get, and it's filled with one galaxy, got millions and billions of stars in one galaxy. Then you got millions and billions of fucking galaxies. So you got fucking billions and trillions of fucking stars, endless, right? And every star you see could possibly have its own solar system, have planets around that motherfucker. Could you actually just say with any level of intelligence that is no life out, there's no intelligent life out there other than here. Other than here. That would just pretty much just be fuck it. Just tell me the fucking sky is cotton candy. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Tell me the sky made of cotton candy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You might as well. They say we the only intelligent life form, and we can't even fuck around and take care of our own planet and shit to ensure our survival. And we intelligent. Why not? Why? Cause we not. Cause we ain't figured that shit out yet. You think cause we ain't figured it out, nobody else can't figure it out how to get to us? We ain't got enough fucking sense to not pollute our motherfucking planet. we we ain't even got enough sense to fucking save the planet. And you think, man, shit. They ain't gonna tell me shit, man. I understand that, bro. I understand that. I understand that. I understand the whole light years away and all that. But shit, I bet you amount of money. I just seen some shit the other day where they say NASA is working on some kind of fucking rocket or something that can go almost light speed, right? So if you think that they working on something that can go light speed, that it ain't something out there already that, you know what I mean, that already done pulled it off. Okay. Okay. Yeah, man. Trump had it figured out, man. You know, they get privy to certain information, man. And once he got it, he wanted to tell it. You know what I mean? Yeah, that motherfucker wanted to tell it. You know what I mean? Why the fuck? What the fuck is Space Force about? You know, what the fuck is Space Force about? You know what I mean? What the fuck do you need a Space Force for? Shit, they had motherfucking goddamn astronauts on the space shuttles, then let shit slip out. Oh, we got eyes on us. You know what I mean? We got eyes on us, and they see shit, and cameras recording shit that's pulling up and taking off and shit at incredible speeds and shit, making turn, stop, and turn. That shit ain't, you know what I mean, from here. Man, we like a we ain't no more than a fucking ant farm, man. We a fucking ant farm. Other motherfuckers out there look at us as a fucking ant farm, man. Look at these idiot motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Look at they pausing in themselves and shit. They pausing in themselves and shit. They ain't even got enough sense to fucking. They got the technology to have clean air, but they won't even use it. You know what I mean? Tell you some good shit, man. Yeah. course they did. Of course they did. Of course they did. That shit, because it became a hustle. It became a hustle. They bring that shit out and say, "Oh, we added this. We added this. Yeah, we added this." And guess what? And the motherfucker go get it. Of course it is. Of course it is. Enough to last years and years. You know what I mean? And guess where that shit, a lot of that shit came from, Mo? Guess where a lot of that shit came from? Something that then crashed down on this motherfucker. And they took it and reverse engineered that shit and put it to use in different shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Of course they did, man. Of course they did. I'm a see and why I say shit like this, you found, like you say, archaeological digs, right? Archaeological digs, right? And when they go in these goddamn tombs, they go in these tombs and you got the hieroglyphs and shit, right? Where these people from thousands and thousands of years ago, this is their way of communicating and leaving their history or whatever behind by drawings and stuff, right? How in the hell do you go in one of these joints and you got a drawing on a fucking cave or something that looks like a fucking astronaut, bro? Or a flying fucking disc of something that's flying in the fucking air, bro. A flying disc, bro. What the fuck, back then ain't nothing fly. They say that the Wright brothers fucking created the first airplane, right? So what the fuck was flying back then? Exactly. Exactly. You know what I mean? And like I say, don't man, you got what you got the waters covered what, like 70 to 80% of the planet is covered by water. And they tell you that most of the fucking oceans and shit that they haven't even, you know what I mean, been to, half of that shit is haven't even been, you know what I mean, discovered under that shit yet. Man, motherfucker don't know what's under there, man. They could have fucking, you could have fucking alien civilizations living under the fucking water, man. They don't know. Well, maybe they do. Maybe they do. Shit. Maybe they do. But they ain't gonna tell you though. They ain't gonna tell you. They'll tell you that they'll tell you that, oh, get back to I'm gonna get back to the Roswell thing, right? Like when that shit, when they say the spaceship first crashed, right? They say Orson Welles was doing a program and called War of the Worlds, right? And the shit was supposed to be about a alien invasion and shit, right? But back then they didn't have no televisions and shit. You listen to your programs on radios and shit. So everybody sitting around like a motherfucker watch TV. They was sitting around watching, listening to the fucking radio. And this motherfucker's on there and he's giving like a fucking news report about a fucking alien ship crashing and shit on Earth and da da. And people lost their fucking minds, right? People's lost their fucking minds, right? Then after motherfuckers it created this hysteria and all this shit. Then they went back and say, oh, it was just a program. You know what I mean? Nothing really happened. It was just a program. You know what I mean? No need for alarm. It was just a, you know what I mean? But they hid that shit. They hid that shit. Nobody could come nowhere near where the shit happened at. You know what I mean? But the program specifically gave the location of where this ship was supposed to crash. You know what I mean? But now you have Area 51 there. You know what I mean? No, now if he'd have gave that story and motherfuckers wouldn't have lost their mind, you know what I mean? Well, you'll have alien neighbors right now. You know what I mean? Your neighbor would be, well, who's to say your neighbor could be an alien? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Who the fuck knows? That's what they say. They said he was reading a book. You know what I mean? So why not say, look, that book hadn't even been written. That's the thing. The book hadn't been written. You know what I mean? The book hadn't been written. You understand? The book hadn't even been written. So if you were reading a book, why not come on and say tonight we'll be reading such and such from author blase blah. You know what I mean? That shit was bullshit, man. They ain't expect the people to fucking lose their mind. I mean, motherfuckers was going crazy. You know what I mean? They had to calm the people down. It was like, look, they not able to handle this. You know what I mean? They're not able to handle this. And listen, and listen, look, I'm gonna tell you when Biden got elected, right? And this was I be tripping people out with this shit, right? When he got elected and he made this it was a bill that went through Congress and all that shit, what they call the COVID-19 bill, whatever the fuck they call the shit, right? But it was involving this whole thing, right? It was part of that bill. It was part of that bill that emphasized, right? That emphasized, and it was actually in this bill, right? That the government had to disclose all information that they had on UFOs, right? And if I'm lying, I'm flying. And I ain't got no jet. I don't own a jetpack, bro. And if you think I'm lying, look it up. Now, what kind of yeah, right. And they didn't. But why would he even, you know what I mean? Why they didn't laugh that shit off? Like, what kind of man, don't be putting that shit. He the president. Why would somebody even allow him to put that in there? You know what I mean? Come on. You know what I mean? He was able to get it in there and they actually signed off on that shit. You know what I mean? That's why I say so. This is my like I say, I think that that whole shit came from somewhere else, man. It had nothing to do with here. Yeah, and you know why? Because they say the last time we try to get the people the information, they lost their motherfucking minds. You know what I mean? They can't handle it. They say they can't handle the truth. And that's what happened. So a motherfucker gave you some bullshit, and most of the goddamn documents they gave up, fucking was redacted and shit. Most of the shit in the documents was redacted. If he's saying provide all information, how the fuck you gonna give him some goddamn documents that with shit blacked out? I don't know, bro. I'm a agree to disagree with you on that one. I'm gonna agree to disagree with you on that one, bro. Yeah, I think they try to take our ass out, Mo. I think they try to I think they try to take our motherfucking ass out. And I think and I think the whole vaccine thing, right? And I think the whole vaccine thing is just a marking. It's just a marking, man. Just so you be able to identify the real humans from somebody that ain't from here. You know what I mean? So when it go down, whoever ain't got that motherfucking shit, whoever ain't got that motherfucking vaccine, they gonna be out of here. It's gonna be some real war the world shit, bro. And that's like you say, that Antarctica shit, man. Who what the fuck is so what the fuck is so and it's crazy because no actual country, you know what I mean? No actual country can actually claim Antarctica. You know what I mean? And they having summits. They fuck around and had a summit in fucking Antarctica. What the fuck you gonna go have a summit in cold ass Antarctica for? Come on, bro. Sometimes we gotta read between the lines, bro. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know, man. I done seen so much shit, you know what I mean? And I'm so used to, like I say, motherfucker will put something in a movie whereas though it'll be labeled fiction. You know what I mean? Motherfucker will say science fiction, call the movie science fiction. But then, like you say, 5 years later, that shit you got it for real. You know what I mean? So that make me think like, oh, the science fiction movies, that's their way of, you know what I mean, spoon feeding the public and shit to accept something. Okay, I seen this. I remember this was in that movie. Then they made it for real. You know what I mean? Now the motherfucker be more susceptible to it. You know what I mean? As opposed to a motherfucker just bringing it on them and say, oh, it came from fucking aliens. It came from our alien friends. You know what I mean? Yeah, here's this new gadget. It's called a cell phone. it's, it's called a cell phone. You know what I mean? Thanks to our alien friends. Thanks to our alien partners. Right. Come on, man. Motherfuckers got goddamn hoverboards and shit. Now the motherfuckers fucking flying around in the air like fucking Spider-Man characters and shit, characters off fucking Spider-Man movies and shit. Oh man, but I'm crazy. I tell motherfucker quick, you better catch up. Shit. Most motherfucking geniuses during the span of time, most geniuses was thought to be fucking crazy in the beginning. You know what I mean? They called Einstein a fucking nut. You know what I mean? They call Einstein a nut at one time, but now he's one of the most brilliant fucking minds of all time. You know what I mean? You better believe it. Shit, I already know, bro. I already know. You, they say believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. Cause the message a motherfucker give you is something hidden in the motherfucker. Damn, I don't know why I curse so much. I've been trying to practice reverse French. I was getting ready cussing that goddamn sentence. I mean, you know, I'm trying to fine tune my YouTube skills and shit and tone down my vocabulary so YouTube will start liking me and shit, not and not banning my motherfucking and not slowing my roll on my joint, stealing my views and whatnot. I'm thinking about starting a second channel, right? Just so it'll be fresh and but still basically put my same fucking content on both goddamn channels. Just had one that's brand new and see what happened. You know what I mean? And see if the same thing happened, you know what I mean, with both videos on different channels. Just to see. I thought about it. I thought about it. But see, I ain't got the I just I don't know. Like I say, but I would have to. I can't just stick to one goddamn thing. I can't be in a fucking box, man. I can't. And that's what their whole. That's what they hold this whole goddamn YouTube shit is. You gotta do one thing. That's like you gotta do one goddamn thing. How dare you? How dare you try to do? How dare you do more than one thing? You have more than one subject matter. You know what I mean? It's great. That's why I say I don't know. I might I might end up with 9 different channels and shit just to fuck with them. You know what I mean? That occupy my mind and just put put all the goddamn videos on all 9 goddamn channels. Oh shit! But I guess I just told him, huh? I guess I just told him my idea. I just told him myself. Damn it! Yeah, that's what you got to do, man. But they try to make it seem like that. Oh, computers are so smart. So why do you even got to tag the video? They tell you to tag a video and all this. If you tag in a video, then the computer's supposed to pick it up that it's a video about this. You know what I mean? Shit, if you start out talking about one thing and you make a video talking about something, I seen like when the whole Travis Scott thing came up, right? I just end up pulling a random video up. Somebody was doing a live and it came across my timeline. I guess because I did a, or I was searching the shit about Astro World. So this live came across my timeline. So I hit it and I was watching it. But the guy was talking about dogs, right? He was talking about dogs, right? So I'm like, what the hell is this? Right? Right? And I'm looking at the comments in the live, you know what I mean? And so one of the people in the live was like, why are you covering, asked them, why are you covering this story? You know what I mean? So then I got it. I was like, well, oh shit, he must not usually cover this type of, you know what I mean? He must usually talk about dogs and that's it. Because he was like, well, somebody brought the story to me, so I talked about it. You know what I mean? Like people be that fickle. You know what I mean? People be that fickle. Like you don't usually talk about this. You know what I mean? Why are you talking about this? You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? This is the only thing you do. You only supposed to do this one thing. You know what I mean? Out there you do more than one things. You're confusing us. You can, you cannot be confusing us. Are you really you? I think he's been taken. Maybe the alien. Maybe the aliens got him. Fucking aliens got him. He's been possessed or something. I don't know. Maybe he watched one too many Astro World videos. He's been possessed. I don't know. I done seen all kind of motherfucking shit about that shit. Motherfuckers say that Lord have mercy because the set was set up like it was supposed to be hell, that he sacrificed every goddamn body. And I'm like, man, you motherfuckers. I think some of them do. I'm like, I think some of them do. Because you probably got different ones that look like different things. But most of the stories that you hear about them, you know what I mean? Most of them come back like similar to what they call grays, you know? And you know, a lot of them stories and where people was giving descriptions and stuff like that, they was telling them stories and stuff when the goddamn it wasn't no internet and shit like that, whereas you could just pull up with the next person, you know what I mean, 90, you know what I mean, 9,000 miles away, said, you know what I mean, and get the same description that they gave. So you got all these people saying the same thing, then you know what I mean? I heard of 6 degrees of separation, but that's a little much, you know what I mean? But for all those accounts, you know what I mean? For all those accounts of what they look like to be that similar, you know what I mean? It might be hitting on something. You see, who's to say my neighbor ain't gray? You know what I mean? Lord have mercy. Oh my God. But you know, I ain't this ain't even funny, but I sing. I don't know what kind of it's a little girl, right? I don't know what kind of disorder she got, but she looks like a little gray. So you know who I'm talking about. Is that is that who it is? I don't remember her name, but I know I remember seeing her on a video or something. And I was like saying to myself, like, damn, she looked like one of them little aliens. So who's to say? I don't know, man. Okay. I thought you was talking about the little girl. I can't remember the little girl. Matter of fact, I'm gonna try to. I don't even know how. I'm trying to remember what I saw on, but she was a little person. She was a little person. I think she's supposed to have some kind of disorder or something. But when I looked at her, I was like, she looked like one of them little aliens and shit. I mean, sure enough, she had. I don't know, man. Ain't no telling, man. Stranger shit been done, man. They'll fuck around and mixed breed goddamn animals. Who know what they doing in the laboratory and what might have escaped from that motherfucker. I don't know about the craze being from Argentina. What they say what they call them? They say some of the one some of the aliens are called goddamn what the hell was they called? They call them Swedes or something. They call them Swedes, like Swedish people and shit. I don't know, man. Like I say, there you go. There you go. I say ain't no telling, man. I'd actually like to meet one just to prove my point. As long as they ain't on no hostile shit. As long as he leave his ray gun in the ship, I kick it with him. Real talk. Take him to the strip club or something. And ate all these goddamn Tootsie Rolls. My fucking stomach will be in a knot later. Goddamn Halloween. Oh, and back to that the guy I was telling you about. The guy Alpo, right? He's supposedly out all days out of the year, right? He supposedly get killed on Halloween, right? And the last place he went to was this Halloween party. And at the Halloween party, he went. The last picture they got of him at this Halloween party, he got a Jason mask on, right? That's why I say I don't think he actually did, right? Because Jason is freaking he's a serial killer that don't die, right? So what better middle finger to give to people if they're about to fake your death, right? I gave y'all the clue that I ain't going nowhere. Jason don't die. I mean, it's just a lot of moving parts to this shit. But it was all good. I just thought about that part. Stephen Greer. Stephen Greer. Where I heard that name from. That's he do that UFO stuff, right? Yeah, I heard the name before. 'Cause I'll be watching well, I don't be watching a lot. I'll be watching some stuff, but I'll be watching that's the guy that supposed to got abducted and was gone and he came back years later, right? Oh, he be summoning aliens. Is that the guy that he said that he was and he said that the government, I think I seen him what you call on oh, that's another guy. No, this guy I saw, he was like you can pretty much summon other alien races and stuff like that from other places, and he was teaching people or teaching people how to do it or whatever, and and the FBI or whatever, motherfucking people came and was like, "What you doing?" Yeah, I look them up when I ain't doing nothing. See, I be in all types of shit, man. I can't. Right, right. Yeah, I be seeing his shit be coming across my timeline and shit, the little advertisement. And he was like, he be teaching different people. He had somebody be say somebody took a picture of it and it showed ET in the picture and all that. Yeah, man, I'm telling you. Don't forget, think it ain't something out there and they actually observing us. Crazy. And I think the moon, I think motherfuckers observe us from the moon. That's why they ain't been back there. Real talk. But they'll tell you, they say, oh, we lost all the technology from that we had from back then when we were supposedly going to the moon. How in the hell do you lose the technology? That is the stupidest shit I ever heard. I mean, you put all these man hours into figuring this stuff out, but then you some kind of way you lose it. They say the video of the astronauts actually touching down, physically touching down on the surface of the moon, got somebody taped over the footage. How in the hell would somebody be able to tape over the fucking footage of motherfuckers actually touching down on the fucking moon? What the fuck they put on the tape? What did they record over the fucking? What did they record over it? I mean, that's what that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What the fuck did they record over it? You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here. Probably, probably. Either, either Seinfeld or fucking animated porn. One or the other, bro. These motherfuckers is crazy, man. And actually think a motherfucker believe that shit. I mean, that's how I tell you, that's why I tell you that's what they think of motherfuckers, man. They would actually tell a motherfucker this shit. Oh, we had the footage, but somebody recorded over it. The fuck kind of dumb shit? Man, I don't know, bro. I ain't buying it. I swear, motherfucker. The alien popped up today and be like, take me to your leader. I'm not turning them in, bro. I'm not going to turn them in, bro. I'm going to just let them hang with me. You know what I mean? He just going to have to hang with me, man. Weird people, man. Losing footage. Some of the most supposedly most important footage of mankind, as you just say, oh, somebody mistakenly recorded all this shit. We had the technology 50 years ago, but we don't know how to get back there right now. All right. I'm buying it. Just like I say, sell me a bag of that cotton candy out the sky too. Man, I heard of him, but I ain't never really looked on his channel. I'll be watching what's his face? Was it a security team? I can't think of his name. Well, he don't be base. He be basically showing videos that he snatched off of other people pages and stuff. Videos that somebody else sent him from off somebody else's page. Yeah, but I say, motherfuckers, man, if you ain't got to be, if you look up, if you look up long enough, you're gonna see something. All you gotta do is look up, man. I don't know. I'm just a crazy guy, man. I ain't got it figured out. I'm learning on the fly. All right, bro. I'm about to get up off of this thing. I got to pop up 5 in the morning. I mean, I'm glad you popped out tonight. I mean, brother Johnny. You and anybody else that was sitting on there peeping, saying what he talking about. I gotta bid y'all, bid y'all do until the next time, until I figure out something else. You know what I mean? To spark my interest. You know what I mean? Anybody that watched the joint on the flyby, put some pressure on the like button, subscribe button, bell, ding dong. Yeah. All right, Brody. Till the next time.